once again.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. And copy method I have already. And here the only difference is between this and this program, we are using file writer class here and buffer writer. Okay, but here we are directly taking a byte array, okay, byte type array, and after that we are just assigning the values into this, and then we are just passing it. That's all. That's the only difference. Okay. We are reading the data from the buffered array and then writing to the file. See, file object stream dot write. Here also we are using the same function called write. Here also we are using the same function called write. See, here we are using a buffered writer. Here we are using a file output stream. That's the only difference. Okay. And then we were discussing about file methods also. What are the various methods available at a file level? Here you can see, okay, you can create a file. At the same time, you can delete a file, and you can also change the file operations. Here you can see, and you can create a directory also. You can read a line, and then you can enter the, okay, you can name the directory over here from the read line. After that, you can create a file with this directory path. Okay. And then you can also check whether the file has been existed or not. Okay, and so on. So you can get the content into the data array. After that, we are just using this array and then passing into some array, and then we are just getting the length of the array total. Okay, number of entries, total number of entries that can be stored into some integer variable. We're just using a for loop. So many functions are there. Few functions here we are checking is file or not. Or suppose we have whatever the value which we have entered here, is it a file or not? If it is a file, you can simply print file present. Then we also check is it a directory? Yes, if it is a directory, it will simply print a directory is present on. Okay. So let me run this program and explain you. That is better. So this is a class. Inside class, we have main method. First method is create file. Simply create a file. And there is another method called delete file. It simply delete a file. Okay. So there are one more method called file methods. This file methods has so many other methods. It's a combination of methods actually here. So we are just using a buffered reader to read the data from the file. Okay. So from where we are reading, we are just reading from the standard input. Okay, so enter directory path. We are just whatever the directory path we are just using, we have to enter it in the command line. Okay, it simply read the line, and then we have to enter the name of the directory, and then you have to enter the directory name here, and then after that, what you're doing, it is going to create a file with the directory path. Okay, and check whether the file is existed or not. If it is not there, it simply creates a file. Okay. Coming to here, we are just checking whether the file has been created or not. If the file is there, then it will simply print the file is present, and it also check directory, whether directory is present or not. If the directory is present, it will simply say directory is present. Then coming to the last function, check directory here. So here we are going to create a file input output, Java file input output. Is this a directory or not? It is just checking. Of course, it's a directory. Okay. Then new file.txt. Is it a directory? No, it's not a directory. It's a file basically. Okay. So first of all, the file itself is not available because it's in D drive. In my system, I don't have any D drive. Okay. So anyway, let's create. Let's run. Let's right click. As Java. The file already exists. Enter the directory path. Let's simply say directory path. Enter the directory path. Name of the directory Java file path. Okay. So directory not found. First of all, this directory was not found. And is this a directory? Yes, it is a directory. Is this a file? No, it's not a file basically, because the file is not at all there present. Okay. Maybe a bit confusing. I will create a function. Then that's better you can understand. Okay. So I'll see. How to get the, I'm going to get the last modified date of a file in a Java. Okay, shall I get it? I'm just writing a very simple program. So I just want to know when this file was modified. Okay, so first I'll create a method here. Click. Okay, inside this, so I'm creating a file. Okay, whatever the functions you are writing first starts with file only, because we are basically handling files. So the basic requirement is a file object. Okay, new file of. Okay, so I'm just creating a double quotes C drive. Okay, I'm just creating a my file.txt. Right. So I need to import Java input output package supporting. Now, okay, I have to create a date format. Okay, simple date format of date format equals to new simple date format of. Okay. Format of double quotes month, day, okay, year. Right. Okay, if you want, you can timestamp also you can specify. Right. Okay. So for this again, you need to import certain packages. So yeah, this one, Java text is required. Okay. Next. Okay. So I want to print the last modified timestamp. Okay. System.out.println of. Okay. Println of last modified date of the file is, okay, file is sdf dot format. Okay, format of. Okay, so file dot last modified. These many functions are there. You can find the length of the file, and you can also find the last modified date. Okay, so last modified date. You can also delete the file, and so on. So many methods are there. Last modified date. Okay. Done. So what's the error? Last modified file format of file dot last modified. I don't know what's the error. Yeah. First you have to create this file. Okay. My file dot txt, right? Ctrl C. Let's go here. Okay. This one. File input output file. Okay. Okay. New text file. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, you can use this actually. My file dot txt is there, right? You can use as it is. My file dot txt. Okay. Ctrl S. So I'm just going to modify the file. Okay. Modify. Ctrl S. Okay. Close it. So it was modified at this state. It's going to capture these details. That's it. Nothing actually. It's going to capture the last modified details. So Ctrl S. Nothing. That to add one more branch. Ctrl S. Right click. Java application. Okay. So this is the last modified timestamp. Okay. C drive myfile.txt. Oh, it is this inside Java. Okay, this is a folder structure. Okay. Okay. Fine. Just run this program. Okay. This is a timestamp. At this time, we just modified. Okay, see 723. So like this, we have so many methods are there. So we can explore all these methods. Okay, but these are very simple methods, not very complex methods. Okay. So similarly, if you want to check whether the file is hidden or not. Okay. We can also check whether the file is read-only or not. How to check whether the file is read-only or not? We have a method called a file dot set read-only. We set a read-only and then we check whether it is a read-only or not. Okay. We're just going to enter here. Okay. Just using the Boolean. Okay. So set read-only equals to, okay. So this is file dot. Okay, you can simply set executable, set read-only, set last modified, set readable. So many methods are there. Set writable. Okay, we can simply use a set read-only. Okay, set read-only. See, set read-only. We said now it is only read-only file. We can't write. How do we check whether it is read-only or not? Yeah. So you can simply say if, okay, set read only equals to true, then you can simply say okay, system.out.println of okay, file is read only. Else, okay, system is okay, unsuccessful. Read only operation is failed. Okay, so this is how we have to set read only. Ctrl S, just right click, run as Java application. Okay, so file is read only. How do you check whether it is read only or not? Just go here, just right click the properties of the file. Okay, you can see here it is actually read only. See, it is read only. Okay, you can perform so many operations at the file level. You can make this file hidden also. How do you make a file hidden? How to make the file is hidden? We can simply use a file okay, hidden. Okay, you can check whether the file is hidden or not. How do you check? Okay, so just go here, cancel, come here. We also use the same functionality here. Okay, Ctrl C. Okay, Ctrl V. Here set ID. Okay, let's use here Ctrl C. Ctrl V. Okay, silent one and okay. File dot. Okay, so dot set. Is hidden. Why it's not taking? Oh, okay. Okay. You can also here file dot. Okay. Set. So set hidden method is not there. Yeah, is hidden. See here you can see is hidden. Okay. Similarly, you can see here if you want to create a directory, you can use a make directory. Okay. But we are checking is hidden. Okay. Just is hidden. Is hidden first of all? No, right? It is not hidden. Okay. So I'm exclusively make this file hidden and check. Right click, go to properties, hidden. Just apply, click OK. Just right click, run as Java application. You see, file is hidden only now. Why the file is hidden? That's right. Okay. So just go to view, show hidden files also. Where is show hidden files? Yeah. Okay. Just right click again. Go to properties. Just remove this hidden functionality. Just apply. Click OK. Now just check now. Is it hidden now? It's not hidden. Run as Java. So like this, you can perform so many operations. Okay. So am I clear, Manish?
Yeah, this is clear. Actually, the few questions. First is like we use this file when we have to test data in files, right?
Yes, but
So
we
how
don't
do we
use
use that?
these kind of notepads for a test data. Okay, this is for learning only Java. We are learning how to handle files, but in actual testing, we don't use notepads, right?
No.
We don't use notepads in testing. It's not at all not useful basically for testing. Since we are learning Java, we are just exploring in detail. But for testing, it's not required.
So we normally keep our data in Excel, right?
Yeah.
So how to read that Excel and how to write into that Excel?
That I will do it. That I will see later in testing.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you can write
Nothing
small
actually
function
for
for
yeah. You are telling something.
yeah, can you write a small function for read and write?
Read right, yeah, of course. Read. Read Excel or read Notepad.
Yeah, read Notepad for now. Excel you will cover later, right?
Read Notepad we have covered right already.
Yeah, actually that was a little confusing for me. That's why.
Okay. Just right click, new class data. Okay. Read data. We have read data. Where's read data? Yeah. Finish. Okay. So we have main method. But I will try to read, but you practice right. Okay. Otherwise, I will share these files to you if you want. File. Is it okay?
What you say?
What I'm saying, I will create a read functionality. Practice my write. If you want, I can share
Okay, sure.
files. That's what I'm telling.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay, file for nothing. Yeah, file for to handle file. First, you have to create a file object. Okay, I'm just creating a file object. Okay, so file object, what it requires basically, it requires a file path. That's why I'm just passing the file path. Done. I'm just passing the file path. Control C. Okay, Control V. Okay, done. So we need to import a file Java input output. Done. Over. Right. What is the next step actually? We are using a buffered input stream to read the data. Okay, as I told you, first of all, we are just reading it, right? To read the data, what do you need to do? We have to copy the data and put into some array, and then later on we are printing into the standard output, standard console. Hence, we need a buffer storage. That is the reason we use a class called a buffered input stream. Okay, buffered input stream. Okay, buffered input stream. Initially, it is null. It does not contain anything. Okay. Import buffered input stream. Okay. And then we need a file input stream also, because to read a file, we have to initialize a class called a file input stream. Okay. File input stream. That is also initially null. Okay. So we have to import a file input stream also, that is inside java.io. Done. Okay. So all objects are ready. Now what you have to do? Okay. First you have to convert, since you may arise, you may get exception. Sometimes your file may not be there in the same location. And so we are using a try catch block. Okay.
What is the use of this stream, input stream, out like file input stream and the buffered input stream?
Yeah.
Like
I just
while
told you
we
now,
set
buffered
it.
input stream. See,
Mhm.
just imagine, yeah, this is a notepad. Okay.
Mhm.
It does have some data. Okay. What do you want to do? You want to read this data. How do you read the data? We just copy Control A, Control C. Where is this data currently? Where is the data currently? We just copy it, but where is the data? That is inside buffer.
Okay. Yeah. So for that we need buffer input stream.
Yeah, and just
Okay.
paste it here. How we are just getting this data? This data we are getting because the data is already in a buffered storage. Okay, that is the reason we need a buffered input stream. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And what
Clear?
about the file input stream? Is it the same reason like for
See,
file
any
input stream?
file actually before going to read the data, the file has to be converted into file input stream. Then only we can perform a read operation.
Okay.
Okay. So here they are given clearly file input stream obtains input bytes from a file in a file system. See why we are discussing file bytes every time, because the data is stored in bytes only. That's the reason. The data we can understand as a human being, some FLD, SSJ, some junk values are there. Okay, otherwise, how are you? As a human being, we can understand. There are, okay, three words are there. How are you? HOW, ARE, and U. But how this data gets stored, actually, the data gets stored in bytes only. That is the reason file input stream basically what it does, it just provide a facility to read the data in the bytes format. See, obtains, that means fetches input bytes from a file in a file system. Okay. So basically it is useful to read the data, reading streams of raw bytes, see, is meant for reading streams of raw bytes such as image data, for reading streams of characters considered using a file reader. Okay. So we need a file input stream to read the data from the file. The data is in a bytes, actually zeros and ones. Okay. So to make our file readable, first we have to create an object called file input stream. Later, to copy the data in a buffered storage, we use a buffered input stream. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. File input stream to read a file. So that means first we use FIS equals to, okay, file dot, what do you have to do? Sorry, new file input stream of, okay, file, that's all. Now tell me what we are doing basically. We are just converting ordinary file into file input stream. Then only we can copy, we can read the data. Reading. Okay, that's the reason we are just converting ordinary file object into the file input stream object. Now it is a file input stream. So what is the next actually? The next step is actually we pass the file input stream to the buffered input stream. We are going to pass this file input stream into the buffered input stream for fast reading using the buffer array. To read, I mean to store the data in a buffered array, we are just converting this file input stream into the buffered input stream. That's all. Nothing actually, it is not a rocket science, very simple actually. bs equals to new, okay, buffered input stream of FIS, that's all. Converted, right? Okay, so I think you need to import certain packages. Yeah. Okay. So now file input stream is over, buffered input stream is over. Now what next? Okay, we have to read the data. How to read the data? So we have a method called available. Okay, that is the method available at a buffered input stream. So it simply returns 0 when there is no bytes. That means if there is no data in the array, it simply returns 0. Okay. So if it is present, it simply read the data. I'm just using a while because this is actually set of so many characters are there in the file. So many characters are there in the file, right? So how to fetch this data? While okay, bis dot okay, see available. Okay, returns integer available. Okay, greater than 0. Let's check this function once again. Is available. So it returns an estimate of the number of bytes that can be read from this input stream. Okay. So it simply returns how many characters are there in the buffered input stream. If it is 0, okay, greater than 0. While the number of characters are greater than 0, we have to simply read the bytes. Okay, how to read it actually? Nothing actually, very simple. To read what we need to do, we have a one. Available add throws declaration. Okay. Okay. So that only everything is a character. Okay. Yes. Dot. Okay. We have a method called read. So read. Okay. Read. Then close. So this is all about exception. Then finally we have one more thing called finally block. Okay, inside this, we're just closing it actually. We're just closing all the files open. Okay. File if base not equals to null and FIS not equals to null. Okay. Then we have to close FIS dot close and then BS dot close. Okay. Then just closing it. Again, come here, catch of input output exception E. Okay. Inside this, we simply say system.out.print of error. Okay. There is an error. There's an error in a streaming input stream. Error input stream. Plus E dot. Okay. Plus. I can simply mention that's all. Okay. So are we clear now? This is how we have to read the data from the file. So first we have to create a file.
One point is not clear to me. Why we wrote character in front of that when we were reading it?
Yeah, the bytes are integer types, right? Bytes are integer types. See the read, what it is the returning value? It is integer returning. Okay, that has to be converted into character. Then only it will show the value which we have given inside a file. Clear?
Okay, so it should be character only.
Yeah, it should be character.
Okay.
Then only we can understand what is there inside the file.
Okay.
Okay, just right click. as Java application. Okay. So this is the data which is there inside the file. There is a connect of writing into the file modified. Okay. So where is this file? This is the file, myfile.txt. Think, yeah, this is the file. Okay.
What we did we read into this from this file, right? That's what we did
Correct. Correct.
in this program.
Yes.
Okay. What is from where this println is coming? This is the content of writing. Where we printed it in the program.
No, I didn't understand. Tell me. Can you come again?
Yeah, this println. Where is the statement? This is the content of writing into this file modified.
Here we are using right system.out.println of this one. Line number 24. No, can you repeat your question?
Yeah, this println statement only I was looking for. So what we are doing here, when the statements, when the characters are greater than 0, then read it. No, then print it.
Yes, yes. See, just reading through buffered input stream. As I told you, the data gets stored in a buffered array. After that, we are just reading it. Where is this file? First of all, this file is there in a C drive, file input output file. C drive, file input output file. This is a file. Okay. From this file, we are reading basically. Am I clear? Any confusion?
Yeah, so what we read, we were just printing it.
Yes, yes, of course. That's what we read, right? Reading the data.
Yeah, clear.
Okay. See, currently we are using a file input stream and then we are using a buffered input stream. These two classes we are using, right? Buffered input stream and file input stream. But there is another class also to read. There are multiple ways to read the data. What is it actually? That is actually buffered reader. Buffered reader. There is another class called buffered reader. By using this class also, you can read the data. Okay. But here what you have to do, instead of file input stream, you have to use a file reader. File reader. This is what you have to use. Okay. Buffered reader equals to null. Okay. File reader equals to null. Okay. You have to import these packages. See, it is supported by Java input output package. There are multiple approaches are there, but very frequently we follow this because this is actually easiest way to read the data. So buffered reader also can be used and a file reader also can be used. Okay, instead of buffered input stream and file input stream. Then we can ask this question, what's the difference then? File buffered reader. What is the use of this actually? See, it has its own set of methods. Here we are using a buffer.read, right? Here we are using buffered input stream.read. Okay. It also has the same method called a buffered reader.read. Same. There's no much difference. Okay. Here also we need to convert into character type. There's no much difference. Everything is same. Okay.
One question regarding this while loop. Here is while bs not available is greater than 0, read it. So how it is looping into that? Yeah, I'm little confused there now.
Nothing, there is no
So,
confusion actually. This is a data. How it is getting stored, tell me. Zeros and ones, right? 0, 1, 2,
yeah,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11. Okay, that's how it's stored.
yeah.
Okay. So what it is doing basically, we are using a while loop. Still the data is greater than 0. Please read. Please read the data. Okay. That means, where is that while loop? Yeah, this is a while loop. Still the data is available in the buffered input stream. Please read the data. If the available is greater than 0, that means still the data is present in the buffered input stream. Please read it. That's what we are doing. After reading the entire data, this will become 0. So automatically it exists a while loop. That's all.
But we are printing parallelly, right? Like we read system out print character bi is not read. So
Yeah.
after looping, whole looping, we should have printed it, right?
Read itself, it will reduce the data. It will reduce one number, one digit.
No, I mean once we exit of the loop, then only we should print it, right?
No, why? See, available. What is this method? Basically, it returns estimated number of bytes. Right? So for suppose we have a the length of 15, then it will simply take the 15. 15 always greater than 0. Then the condition is 2. It comes inside. And then read the data from the buffered input stream. After reading what it is actually, it simply reduces one number of the buffered input stream. Again, it will go
Okay,
and
so
check.
what you are saying me is, for example, if there are 100 characters, so first it prints 100 character, then it prints 99th character, 98 character, and so on.
Correct, correct, correct.
That's okay. Now I got it. Okay. Considers even spaces also then.
Yes, yes.
Everything. Okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay, then we'll catch up tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I will share this code to you. But anyway,
Yeah, sure.
just
Can you also share me this link, recorded links?
yes, I
Yesterday and
shared
today.
yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please check
thanks.
once. I have shared more than even earlier videos also I have shared. Please check once.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay, then catch
Okay,
up.
see you tomorrow then. Yeah, bye.